Well, obviously, I think there will be looking forward to be very strong debate on this. There are different strands of opinion within the party. Certainly, in terms of a legislative approach to this, I think we accept that there has to be legal clarity for the medical community in relation to protecting the life of the mother in pregnancy, whilst protecting the life of the unborn as well. But priority has to be given in terms of protecting the life of the mother. Now, of course, we did introduce legislation 10 years ago to do that. That excluded the suicide issue, and that wasn't passed by the people. So that is an issue. The suicide issue is an issue that people have different perspectives on. There's concern about that. We did say we wanted to see the legislation and in terms of how we're going to deal with that issue before we as a parliamentary party would make our mind up. We of course will take on board what the members of the organisation have to say about this issue tomorrow, and our party spokesman Billy Kelleher will be listening very carefully, obviously, to what the members have to say, and we'll be debating the issue tomorrow with the members.
Do you personally think that the threat of suicide should be included?
Well, I think, as I said, in my view, it's not what I personally think, but of course, as a parliamentary party, we will be taking our decision on this. The issue is, in terms of the suicide threat, in terms of how you legislate for that, do you inadvertently create a situation where you have abortion on demand or open the floodgates? So that's an argument that has been made, and I think we have to see the legislation, the detail of the legislation, before we comment definitively in terms of either supporting the legislation or going against the legislation. I think that's reasonable. We haven't seen the legislation yet, and it seems neither have many in the government parties seen the legislation either.
Do you think your position will change from what you put to the people 10 years ago?
Well, I think the situation has evolved since 10 years ago, but we will wait and see the legislation.
Will your position change?
We're going to obviously study the legislation. I'm open about it. I did say I would be constructive about it. I'm not going to play politics with it like politics was played 10 years ago. Maybe people who did that time might regret it now. Nonetheless, I'm not going to play politics with this. It's too sensitive, it's too serious. And there is a constitutional prohibition on abortion still in the country, 43, and it's still there. I think it's important to bear that in mind as well.